Hello, women's writing students, and welcome to this pod. This is not a formal lecture pod. I just decided I would record a bit of an impromptu welcome video to the unit. I'm actually recording this, it's about 3 weeks before semester actually starts, so I haven't met any of you yet. But it will be my voice and my talking head that you're going to see in a lot of the more formal lecture pods that accompany this unit, and I thought it would be nice for those of you that clearly have gone into the View site now and have found this video, for those students looking around for a bit of information about the unit, that it might be nice to just introduce myself and welcome you to the unit. I've been keeping tabs on the enrollment system, and the enrollments are slowly going up, and it's great to see so many of you choosing to take this unit. So I thought I'd just give you a bit of preliminary information about the unit. Much of this is going to be covered anyway in our first class in week 1, but as I say, for those of you that have gone into the View site a week before when it's opened, it gives you a bit of a flavour of the unit. And again, it just gives me a chance to welcome you to this unit. So this unit, Sexual Textual Politics, is a unit which is based on Victorian women's writing, and it's all short stories, which is a change from how I used to run the unit. This is a bit of a restructured version of the unit as it was just 2 or 3 years ago. So all of the texts that we're looking at are short stories. You will be able to find all of these materials in your unit reader, and if you go down to the campus bookstore, you should be able to buy your unit reader and get a hold of the texts, and they will also show you the order in which we're going to be reading them and in which we are going to be studying them. Now that you're in the View site and you found this video, do have a good look around. I have tried to put everything that you really need to know about the unit on that View site. So you have information about your assessments, you have your readings and resources list should already be set up, and you should be able to click through to those links and have a look at some of those materials. As I said before, your unit reader should be in the bookstore by now, and you should be able to go and buy it. We're kicking off with Mariah Edgeworth's The Limerick Gloves. And if you go into some of the learning materials, you'll see that some of the lecture pods have actually already been made. So I tried to get a little bit ahead with the unit, and I've made the first 2 lecture pods for weeks 2 and week 3. So again, if you want to get a little bit ahead, most of the information is already in there. I will be teaching this unit alongside another tutor, Narelle Ontivero, and some of you will get to meet her if you are in her classes. But I primarily make the learning pods for the unit, so again, it's sort of my talking head that you get to see, although I am hoping to be able to dip into all of the classes in the first week so that all of you get to meet the unit coordinator face to face. This unit is a little bit different from your usual lecture tutorial setup. We are going to be running a weekly 2-hour seminar, so everything kind of takes place in those classes. There's a couple of things that you will be asked to do before you come to class. One of them is to listen to the learning pods. They are usually no longer than about 10 to 15 minutes. They give you a little bit of a heads up on what's coming in the classes. So they'll give you some ideas of some of the topics or themes or critical arguments that I want us to engage with when we look at the stories in class together. I do encourage you to bring your own ideas to the class as well. And in order to do that, it does require a bit of reading ahead. As I say, most of the texts, or all of the texts actually, are short stories. We spend 2 weeks on each short story. So I hope that the reading is something that you can juggle with all the other things that you have going on, assignments and other units and other readings, and potentially looking after kids or parents or all the other kind of personal stuff that gets thrown into student life. So I hope that the reading is something that you can keep up with. So what sorts of things can you do this week in order to get yourself ready to coming to class in week 1? Have a look at the Limerick Gloves. If you get a chance to pick up your unit reader and read that story, that would be great. Have a look at the lecture pods. If you have time, you could even view those lecture pods before you come to class. We're going to be looking at that story in weeks 2 and week 3. Explore the View site. You're already obviously in there because you found this video. So have a look around, try and get your head around some of the assessments, maybe make a little bit of a plan when they're coming up, mark the dates. so that you can begin to kind of figure out how you're going to sort of juggle all of that with your other assessment deadlines and things like that. In the first week, I'll be giving a more detailed overview of the unit, and so will Narelle with her classes. So I will go over the assignments in quite a bit of detail to make sure you feel confident that you know what's coming up, when it's coming up, and what you're actually going to have to do. With it, we have one of our assignments is a peer review group presentation, and I'm really looking forward to that. I love seeing the students come in and do their presentations. They're always so impressive, and it's a great way to get the students up and talking in the classroom. So I always look forward to that assessment, and I hope you will too. In the first week, we'll be doing a bit of preparatory exercises, just a few fun things, hopefully, about group work, about how some people like it and some people don't like it, and there's challenges in that space, right? It's not always easy. So we'll talk about some of that again to help you kind of feel prepared for what's to come. So I will do a more detailed kind of overview of the unit in week 1. This video was really just so that you could see my face, you could hear my voice. I get a chance to kind of welcome you to the unit, and I give you a bit of a heads up on some of the things that you can do even before we meet each other in week 1. So enjoy your last week before semester actually kicks off. I hope you will enjoy this unit. I'm really looking forward to meeting you. I'm really looking forward to working with you, and I'm really looking forward to hearing all your ideas about some of the texts and some of the authors that we're going to be looking at. So take care for now, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye.